Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Q4 FY24 results conference call of Uravi Tea and Wedge Limited, hosted by Kirin Advisors. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Ganesh Nalawade from Kirin Advisors. Please go ahead.
Thank you. On behalf of Kirin Advisors, I welcome you all to the conference call of Uravi Tea Wedge Limited. From management team, we have Mr. Neeraj D. Gada, Managing Director and CEO, Mr. Siddhant Gada, Executive Marketing. Now I hand over the call to Mr. Neeraj Gada. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ganesh. Good day, everyone. I warmly welcome you to the Uravi Tea and Wedge Limited conference call. Today, we are excited to discuss our impressive performance in quarter 4 financial year 24. Before we get into specifics of our results for quarter 4 and the entire fiscal year, I'd like to take a moment to provide a brief overview of our company and our business model. Thank you all for joining us. Uravi Tea and Wedge Limited is a leader in automotive lamp manufacturing and supply sector, facing unparalleled expertise in crafting incandescent and wedge lamps. Operating under esteemed brand name UVL, we are committed to delivering our tailored solution for both OEM and aftermarket. Our diverse range of automotive lighting products, including stoplight, tail light, indicator lamps, wedge-based lamps, reflects our dedication to the excellence. With an extensive distribution network spanning India, we actively pursue global expansion opportunities through strategic partnership with leading LED filament lamp manufacturers in China and Philippines. These collaborations underscore our commitment to delivering cutting-edge solutions to our customers. A notable achievement for us is being recognized as the largest manufacturer of automotive lamps for instrument clusters in India. Moreover, we proudly hold the second largest position in automotive signaling and parking lamp segments for OEM, showcasing our commitment to meeting the diverse needs of Indian automotive industries. Given the thriving Indian auto component industry, poised to become the world's third largest by 2025, our outlook is very optimistic. With component sales to domestic OEM surging by 46%, to reach around $27.27 billion. We anticipate the industry revenue to hit remarkable by $200 billion by 2026, providing Uravi Tea and Wedge Limited with abundant opportunities for growth. Navigating this dynamic landscape, our strategic positioning emphasis on innovation and comprehensive product portfolio ensure that we are well prepared to capitalize on high development prospects in all vehicle industry segments. This commitment positions us to thrive in the evolving automotive landscape, ensuring sustained growth and success of our company. Now I'll come to the financial highlights. Our financial performance for quarter 4 financial year 24 and full fiscal year. In quarter 4 financial year 24, we achieved total income of 11.34 crore, reflecting a YOY growth of 50.10%. Our EBITDA stood at 1.93 crore with a significant YOY growth of 195.65% and an EBITDA margin of 17.01%, up by 837 basis points. We transit from a loss to profit, recording a PAT of 0.55 crore with a PAT margin of 4.88%, and EPS of 0.05 rupees. For full fiscal financial year 24, our total income was rupees 42.68 crore, representing a YOY year-on-year growth of 23.29%. Our EBITDA reached 7.107 crore rupees, growing by 28.65% year-on-year, with an EBITDA margin of 16.65%, up by 69 basis points. Our PAT for financial year 24 was 2.13 crore, a remarkable increase of 145.83%, with PAT margin of 5% and EPS of rupees 1.94, reflecting a growth of 145.57%. Looking ahead, we are focused on expanding our market share and capacity. Currently, we hold around 50% market share in two-wheeler OEM industry and are actively developing products for EV two-wheelers. We plan to launch EV components for all EV manufacturers in India and expanding our dealer distribution network to eastern and southern markets. Our current capacity utilization stands at around 60%, and we aim to increase it to 75%. Additionally, we are planning to produce significant amount of EV chargers per month, targeting approximately 5,000 pieces per month for next financial year, with an anticipation of maintaining comfortable EBITDA margin for EV chargers. We have several strategic initiatives in place to ensure our industry dominance and continued success. Our focus remains on product quality, market share dominance. Our expansion plan includes developing new products and exploring international collaborations, particularly in LED manufacturing. Before we move on to question and answer session, I want to express my sincere gratitude to all our stakeholders for being an integral part of our growth journey. Your support and involvement has played a crucial role in our success, and we genuinely appreciate your valuable contribution. With this, I would like to open the floor for question and answers. Thank you once again for your presence and continued support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Again, if you have any questions, please press star and 1. The first question is from the line of Varun Arora from Care Health Insurance. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congrats on the good set of numbers. So, just first question on that. How do you see the first stage FY25 and FY25 whole year for the company? If you can give some outlook or guidance on that one.
Yes, sure, Varunji. Thank you for your question. We had a great increase in SOB from September 24, which is going to be continued for the next financial year. What we are expecting in next financial year is approximately 10% more turnover than what we have done for financial year 24. Simultaneously, we are expecting our PAT margin to increase substantially, as well as EBITDA, which will be, I think we can expect it from this quarter itself, the current quarter.
Okay. 10% revenue growth you are saying over FY24. And what will be the growth drivers for the company, sir? I mean, from where you are getting the sense that we can...
I'm not able to hear very clearly. Can you speak a little bit slowly, please? Thank you.
Is it better?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, tell me.
Sorry to interrupt. Mr. Arora, you're sounding a bit muffled. So if you are using
Yes,
a speakerphone, may we request you use your handset, please?
Yeah, is it better, sir?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So basically, I want to ask you that what will be the growth drivers for the company? I mean, how do you see that 10% growth over for FY25 over the FY24? So what will be, I mean, the growth drivers I want to ask, sir.
Okay. So as I told in financial year 24, we got our SOB increase in the month of September. Whereas in financial year 25, the growth is already there. That is, this current year, we can expect our volume growth from April itself. So that will add to this, whatever growth I am talking about is talking for incandescent lamp only. There is sizable revenue we are expecting to hit to generate from EV segment, which is under development and which we are expecting to have some kind of business in next financial year. So that growth would be separate than this. The bulk segment, we are expecting to grow around 10%.
Okay.
That is simply because in last September only we got a bigger order from other OEMs, which is going to be continued in this year. So that 6 months additional revenue is going to reflect in entire financial year 25.
Okay. Okay, sir. So I just want to ask if you can give me the revenue mix on like two-wheeler, PV and CV and others if there are.
Like you want us differentiate the revenue from...
For FY24, like revenue segment mix, I want, sir. Segment-wise,
So
like
what
two-wheeler,
I am
make it
expecting around the income from lamp segment somewhere around 45 to 46 crore for financial year 25. That we are anticipating that is going to come. For EV, once we get our... Sorry?
45 to 46 crore in lamp revenue, right?
Lamp revenue.
Segment, sorry.
What FY24 is around 43, we are expecting a conservative 45 to 46. We may cross that, but 45 to 46 would be a conservative figure for financial year 25.
Okay.
Whereas we are expecting a sizable increase in PAT and EBITDA because we have done some backward integration in the product. So that will that we can see in the results of the Q1 as well in FY25.
Okay.
Regarding EV, once I will be able to comment only once the product gets approved, because product is in the final stage of approval. And if there is any change in design or some changes are suggested by OEM, then that may impact the cost of the product. So for EV, I will be able to comment only after maybe the next quarter. I will be able to comment about the targeted turnovers.
Okay. So, if I may squeeze like 2 or 3 questions. So, if you can talk about the EV chargers. So, what's the current status, if you can tell, sir?
For EV chargers, currently, we have already developed EV chargers for three-wheelers and two-wheelers. And this EV charger is under testing at our end, and simultaneously we are expecting OEM to get it tested and approved maybe in short future. So once it gets approved, then I think we are expecting a pilot lot order from OEM once the financials are concluded with them.
Okay. And what will be the margin, margin we are expecting from the EV chargers, if you can give any guidance on that one, sir? Or are we aligned to our company's margins, sir? Yeah, please, sir.
No. Margins, it would be difficult for me currently to comment on the margins, but it would be better than what we are expecting, what we are seeing in lamp EV chargers. Because, once the design is final and approved, then only we are able to conclude the costing part of it and the margins will come. The margins are significantly higher. The volume, you can expect one EV charger to cost somewhere around 6,000 to 12,000 rupees, depending upon the design and specification and connectors. So there's a huge variation of,
6 to 12,000 rupees per charger cost will be, I mean, depending on the three-wheeler or two-wheeler segment.
Sale price depending upon their specifications, the wattages and all. Yeah.
And are we also targeting the four-wheeler segment, sir?
Yes, of course. 30 kilowatt to 60 kilowatt, and even we are targeting the segment of HMVs also, because HMV right now they are being charged only in depots. So what we are developing, actually we have already developed, it is under testing. So what we are doing is once, this is a tender business, so we need to develop some power modules for HMV, which are 360 kilowatt also. So that is under process.
Okay. And if you can disclose the name of the OEM, sir, if I may ask.
No, I think that needs to be, we cannot disclose it currently, but once we get the approval, then of course we will be able to share the approval with you.
Okay, sir. And sir, we are developing these EV chargers in our plant, or we are getting this technology from somewhere else? Sorry, I'm a bit, beginner in this for this company.
No, so we have already done some investment. We have applied some resources for the development, and it is already being developed. I'll be able to disclose the exact location and where we are going to do once everything is completed, because there are hardly any players who are manufacturing EV chargers currently, except one or two. So we are just waiting for the approval. That's all.
Okay, sir. So if I can, if you can talk about the margins. So basically, in June and September, your margins were around 16%, and then we have seen some pressure in December quarter. Then we back to the 15% margin. So can we expect the similar margin will be sustainable for FY25, and any guidance you can give, sir?
For FY25, see, our schedule suddenly increased in September, so there were a lot of premium freights to be which were to be paid by us in terms of delivering to customer and as well as importing raw materials or supply chain as well. So that's why there was some pressure in December. Now the entire supply chain is streamlined to and fro, that is incoming and to our customer as well. So, and we have done some backward integration to improve the margins. So I am expecting reasonably increase in EBITDA margin and reflecting same in the PAT margin for the current financial year, 25.
Okay. So right now we are standing at 15.3. So can we expect like 16% to 17% in the range for FY25?
I am expecting. Yes, I am expecting. Exact figure would be difficult to commit, but I am expecting. Yes, I am expecting somewhere around that.
That is fine, sir. That is fine. One I want to ask, so about the competition intensity, if you can talk about. So who are, the competition against us, against Uravi? If you can talk about this, sir. And also the market share. What sort of market share we are holding in the two-wheeler, in the passenger vehicle segment and overall?
So basically, currently in India for incandescent lamp OEM, there are only two major manufacturers which we can see. It would be difficult for me to give the name, but there are only two major players. There are many small players, but major, there is Uravi and there is one. So Uravi has a major market share for instrument clusters, which is the speedometer lamps, where Uravi is enjoying more than 80% of the market share. And simultaneously, our competitor has a bigger market share in the brake lights, where the stop lamp and brake light. And Uravi is not at present supplying to Honda, which is once a big major OEM. So this OEM approval process for Honda also takes time. So we are anticipating somewhere down the year, we may get approval from Honda and then we can have a significant market share. Coming to the market share of signaling lamp and brake light. Mostly we are even right now. The market share is about 50% each. 50% is enjoyed by Uravi and 50% by the other manufacturers.
Okay, sir. So, on the export front, if you can talk about, so right now, what's the current exposure to from the exports, and what are we expecting, and are we looking to increase this exposure? So if you can talk about that.
So basically, we were since last 2 years, we have done some major, we are focusing on exports. What we have done is we have taken part in the exhibitions in Colombia, and exhibitions in Delhi, where many customers have approached us for the products. So I think we are expecting one order from LATAM, a sizable order from next month or maybe in next financial quarter. That would be our retail market export. We will start from LATAM. We are doing export, but not much because our current order book is also very much tight, so it would be difficult if we take export order currently. But of course, we are doing some efforts, and we are developing some LEDs for export, which we are expecting next financial year, next quarter, orders coming from LATAM.
Okay, sir. And lastly, I just want some clarification on global partnership. You said something in your initial remarks. Can you say it again? So basically, I missed that point. You talk about some global partnership.
Yeah. So what we have done is we have done some collaboration or some kind of understanding with LED manufacturers in China, where they are developing couple of LED products, finished LED modules for tractors. There are a couple of major tractor manufacturers in India who have approached us to develop a finished LED. We are getting it done. The project is in the final stage. We will be submitting samples to our customers by next month. That is by June end or July first week. We will be submitting those samples. 3D prototype has already been done. So that is, we are doing it through China. And then we have some house LED lamp manufacturing base also in Philippines, where they are doing house LED lamps. And we have some collaboration with them as well.
Okay, sir. And in China, what's the company name with which we are tied up?
The company name is Phoenix Technology China Limited. Or exact name I'll tell you, but it starts with Phoenix Technology China Limited, Phoenix LED Solutions China Limited. There are two companies.
Okay, sir. That will be also from my side. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Varun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next question is from the line of Atul Patil from ULJK Financial Services. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So my question is on this EV charger only. So we in the last phone call, we discussed that once the charger gets approved, we will be doing a production of around 5,000 EV chargers per month. And the price range will be around between 15,000 to 19,000. So are we still holding those assumptions once the charger is launched?
Yeah, Atulji, thanks for the question. So what has happened is when we had a last phone call, there was some changes have come in, the regulations have come. So due to that regulations, there were some design changes happened. So that's why there were some pricing were also different. So that's what I told, that from 0.6 kilowatt to 3 kilowatt, the price varies from 6,000, 12,000, 15,000, 7,000. It all depends on the connectors and specifications. So we are expecting, because still some OEM use a different charger and other OEM is using a different charger. So still the connector is not common for all OEMs. So we are expecting that once the connector will be common, then we can have a significant streamlining of the selling price.
Okay, sir. So then, how how is this connector thing will, I mean, what will be our volume guidance if the connector thing works and if connector thing doesn't work, if we can guide us?
So it all depends. Like for each connector, the male-female socket is different. So if I'm, say, producing a number of chargers for one OEM, then it would be with one connector, and so the pricing will be different for both OEM just because the connectors are different.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Got it, sir. So my second question is on the working capital, sir. We are seeing, our working capital days have been improving very well in last few years, sir. So I would just like to understand, what is the strategy?
Can you just repeat your question? I didn't get your question, please. Thank you, Mr. Atul.
Sorry, sir.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, very much clear. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my second question was on working capital management. So we are seeing, a good improvement in the working capital days for the last few years, sir. So I would just like to understand what is the, strategy management has been following so far, and how the working capital, strategy will be followed in coming time. If you could guide us, sir.
So basically, working capital management, I'm still not able to understand your question. What exactly you want me to understand? How we are managing working capital, or what is the pressure on our working capital? I didn't get you.
So my question was on in FY20, in FY21, we were on a working capital days of around 340 plus, sir. And now our working capital days stands around 270. So there is a good improvement on the working capital side. So I was just wanted to understand, what is the strategy is being followed over there?
Yes. So see, basically, there were some efforts done on our part for the collection as well. The marketing team has already started working on identifying customers. There were some issues were there which were holding some payments with the OEM, which we were able to sort it out and got it in our system. So that way we were able to, and simultaneously, as I told you, our supply chain has worked very hard to ensure that we have a minimum inventory level, which is just required, which also helped in managing our working capital.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your time, sir. That's all from me.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Atul. Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, if you wish to register for questions, please press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Ritika Jain, who is an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Thank you for the opportunity. Hi, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So I would like to understand the company's strategy for the growth and expansion.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir. So what is the company's strategy for growth and expansion? Can you elaborate on that?
Okay. So coming to our basic product, what we are doing right now, where we are expecting a growth of 10% for current financial year in terms of indication lamps, speedometer lamps, signaling lamps. Coming to, there are other segments also which we are exploring, and we may have some breaks in those area, because you must be knowing that we have already raised some funds for some inorganic and organic growth, and we are actively looking at this. So we are expecting something to come up in this financial year in terms of diversification. And secondly, we are expecting a good revenue from EV chargers, which which is due any moment. Once we get the approval, then I think we are ready for production as well.
Okay, sir. Okay, got it. And what is our working capital cycle, sir?
Currently, I think working capital cycle is around 70 to 75 days.
Okay, okay. And sir, what is the planned capex for the next 3 to 5 years?
So there would be some backward integration for lamps, where we have already done some capex in March 24. We are doing some capex in July 24 as well, and there would be some capex in September 24. We are trying to increase some assembly lines with capacity expansion of around 10%. The exact capex number I can share you once I get all the numbers in place, but the orders are already under negotiation for the capex for lamps. For EV chargers, we have already done some working and some investment in the resources. So we are currently at present ready to produce somewhere around 100 and 105 EV chargers per day, something like that.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir, few more questions. Sir, any new products are in pipeline?
Yes, there are. As I told you, for the growth, we have already raised funds, and we are looking forward for some organic and inorganic growth and some diversification. You can say a major diversification, and I will be able to share in short notice, maybe if that deal is going through. We are in discussion with something.
Okay, okay. Okay, and last question is, sir, can we see Uravi crossing 100 crore revenue milestone in the current year?
Crossing the fingers, if the approval for EV comes, then I think not 100, but very near to 100 is possible.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Anil Singh from Singh and Associates. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. My question is like, so can you please, brief me about your product portfolio, and do you have any plan to expand in the next few years or diversify?
Anilji, product portfolio, I will tell you briefly that what we are currently doing is manufacturing indicator signaling lamp for two-wheelers, brake light for two-wheelers, LED headlamps for two-wheelers. Then we are doing LED headlamps for four-wheelers. We are doing speedometer lamps. We are doing LED complete module solutions for tractors. And simultaneously, we can offer EV chargers as well for three-wheelers and two-wheelers. And for the expansion and growth, I told you, I think just before your question, I think I have already answered that question. We have already raised funds, and we are looking for some growth and some major diversification. And I am hoping that the deal will go through by this month, and we will have some announcement.
Okay, great, sir. So, as you said, you make designs for lamps like OEM. So, whether, is the patent with us or with clients?
So, the lamps comes under the safety. So, design is already fixed. There is no flexibility in designing except LEDs. And LEDs, once the model is fixed, then it is not a patent oriented, but the model is fixed, then I think that the same OEM can use that design. And we are only allowed to produce that. But in terms of lamp, there is no design change. Design is fixed, and since it comes under safety, even in LED also the light output is fixed, and we have to give that much light output. but we have flexibility in designing the product in LEDs.
Okay, sir. So I know, like, you have many clients, so can you explain me who are your key clients and how much they contribute for your overall revenue?
Our major business is among two-wheelers. And two-wheelers, we have a major business with Hero MotoCorp, Bajaj Auto, TVS, some part of Yamaha. So these are our major customers, and we cater to these customers through our tier one vendors to OEM, like Lumax, Fiam, Varroc Lighting, Uno Minda, Minda Industries, Minda Lighting. These are our customers.
So how much do they contribute to your overall revenue, like 70 to 80% or?
So our major business comes from these OEMs. It is somewhere around 90 to 93%.
Oh, wow. That's a great number. So do you have any plans for, so do you have any, plans for new clients addition in this, like in upcoming quarter?
Yeah. So we are approaching Honda motorcycle and scooters for allowing us to supply lamps to them, and some cabin lamps for Maruti Suzuki. So these two segments, these two customers we are approaching, but the finalization we are not expecting in this current financial year. It will come in next financial year.
Okay. So what will be a strategy and, marketing for catering such, new clients?
The strategy is, first I have to get my product approved. So once the product approved, then they will provide the SOB for first couple of months. So once we are at par and we satisfy them in terms of product quality, product supply, timely supply, then they will increase our SOB. So our first focus would be to make the product which is approved by OEMs, and then secondly, to get the maximum SOB from the OEM by performing in terms of quality and product delivery.
Okay, sir. Question.
Thank you, Anilji.
Thank you. The next question. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants. You may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Kajal Pathak who's an investor. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. I missed your name. Can you please tell me your name again?
Sir, it's Kajal Pathak.
Yeah, Kajal, tell me.
So first of all, congratulations for your results.
Thank you very much.
So my question was, what is the sales from OEM and after sales market?
I think Mr. Siddhant will answer this question with specific numbers. Siddhant.
Yeah, hello. Hi, Kajal.
Hello, sir.
So, this particular year, FY24, we have focused on all three segments, that is the OEM, aftermarket, and the exports. So this year, OEM was around 95 to 96%. We had exports close to 0.7 to 1%, and then we had the aftermarket between 2.5 to 3%.
Okay, sir. And so why aftermarket is so less, like reason?
So, like Mr. Neeraj Gada mentioned, in September we had an SOB change from an OEM. So the growth of the OEM segment was higher when compared to the aftermarket segment.
Okay, sir. And for any major focus on exports?
Yes, so what
In
we are
upcoming years?
currently strategizing is that we are planning to take part in as many trade shows that are specific to the motorcycle and the scooter segment. And more specifically, if they are interested in the spare parts.
Okay.
So that's where our market lies. So recently we participated in one of the largest motorcycle parts exhibition in Colombia, and we got some promising leads on that. And the order negotiations are currently ongoing. Other than that, we are planning to participate. We're looking towards participating in 2 or 3 more trade shows, which will be held in India, one in India and 2 in other countries. I think one is going to be held in Kenya or Nigeria, and the other, there's one in the US. So we are looking at the possibility of participating in those as well.
Okay, so that's great to hear. And
And we have one more business. We have an ongoing business in Nepal, so we have regularized that business now.
so can you elaborate more on that Nepal one?
Yeah, so Nepal distributor we appointed in the beginning of the previous financial year, and now we have streamlined it more. So earlier the frequency of the order was somewhere between one order in every 5 or 6 months. Now we have got it down towards one order per quarter, and now we are regularizing it to one order every 2 months or maybe 1 month.
Okay. Okay, sir. And sir, how is our dealer distribution system? Can you elaborate on that also?
Yeah. So currently we are present in 17 states, and the goal for this year is that we need to have a presence in almost all the states in India with a prominent presence, especially in the capital cities or in like the major industrial hubs.
It's
We have-
majorly in
and
which states?
Sorry?
Majorly in which states?
So currently we are doing very well in UP, Maharashtra, and to a certain extent Kerala as well.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. That's all for now.
Punjab, we have gained quite some name in Punjab.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for answering my question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as there are no further questions, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Ganesh Nalavade for closing comments.
Thank you everyone for joining the conference call of Uravi Tea and Wedge Lamps Limited. If you have any queries, you can write us at info@kirinadvisors.com. Once again, thank you everyone for joining the conference.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Kirin Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you.